Welcome back, YouTube. So in this video, we're going to talk about the second golden cross that we have forming here, and we're also going to talk about the possibility of Dogecoin moving up in the top 10 coin market caps. And I have a very strong case here, and we're going to take a look at the allocations of funds. And the reason I say that this is institutions being bullish, we know for a fact that retail did not come up with several, well, just at this point, I think it's like over $40 billion within the last 24 hours. But if we just look at the top coins here, the top 10, and look at the allocations, you'll see that Bitcoin right now has around about $28 billion in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, about 15.5. Tether, 46. XRP, almost $1 billion. Binance, 5.6. Solana, 1.1. And of course, Doge here at 1.943. Closing in at almost about $2 billion, and with an 11 billion total, 11.5 billion total market cap. So roughly about 20% of its entire market cap was done in the last 24 hours. But I wanted to point out something else here. I wanted to point out the allocation of funds. Since we know that this isn't retail, that we can kind of get an idea on the bullishness of certain institutions on these coins. Because when you look at the allocation of funds, you can say, yes, there's a thing like shorts and stuff like that. But we often as a community tend to look at shorts and institutional funds as if they're coming from the same place, as if there isn't multiple institutions and they can have opposing positions on a lot of these coins. These institutions that came in last night, they're showing their bullishness. And now the ones that are shorting and lending out these coins and stuff like that, and even shorters, they're going to have to make a decision here on how aggressive they want to be and if they're going to put themselves in a position to get screwed. Because these institutions that came in last night, they're putting their foot down and showing just how aggressive they plan on being and positioning themselves. And we see here with the allocations, we'll say that the top coins, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, 27.15, 46 in Tether, 6 in USD coin. But we'll see that BNB here, Dogecoin got more funds in the last 24 hours than BNB. Dogecoin got more than double, approaching triple the funds of Cardano in the last 24 hours. Dogecoin got more than double of XRP's fund. Dogecoin has around 700 million more than Solana in the last 24 hours. So what am I saying? This means that Dogecoin's allocations per institutional money was allocated more than 5 of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. In addition to the golden cross, I say that this is great positioning for the coin on this next bull run, and it just shows the intentions. Not even saying that we can't have a pullback or anything like that. That is not even important right now. We're looking at the money allocations by institutions, because we know that the crypto market without institutions is not going to go back to $3.3 trillion or even higher. Retail is not going to pump the market that much. So we have to have institutional play to go that far. And the question is, where were they going to place their bets? And we had this whole sentiment, oh, Dogecoin's dead and people are moving on and stuff like that. That is not the case, as we all knew. We're seeing the bullishness here. And as a matter of fact, we have strong evidence because Dogecoin got more fund allocation than 5 of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. That is extremely, extremely bullish in that regard for the next setup here. But we can go a step further and look at the chart. So if we look at the price action here, this is the shorts coming in. They're doing what they can to try and combat it. We see that they've come in. This is the highest amount of shorts that we've seen since June, but they're not spiking aggressively, but they are not doing what they can. And this is, in my opinion, I think that they have some serious reconsiderations to do if this is the intent of institutions to place their bets. If this is how they're going to be placing their bets in their long-term positions, this is going to be very, very interesting. And they have a very strong decision, because they could double down and say, hey, we're going to be optimistic, get this thing under control, get it back trending the other way. But institutions going to come back in and do another allocation like this in a month or so, and they're going to find themselves in a very tough situation and deep in the red. So retailers have already shown that they're not going to sell. We didn't have any huge price fluctuations without increases in shorts. So we know what the retailers are going to do. The question was initially was how bullish would institutions be on the next cycle? And we have our answer. Again, more than 5 of the crypto allocations, Dogecoin is up there. So they have a very tough decision on their price action. And then if you couple it with the overall price action, you'll see here that this 21-day moving average, which is this yellow line, is getting ready to cross this purple line. We already had our golden cross here, which indicated that we were going to have that rally upward to, at least, 8 cents. We got up to 9. And we're getting ready to do it yet again on the 72-day moving average. This was the 50, the blue line. The 72 is right here. This is this purple line. We are really, really close here to, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. That's how close we are to doing another golden cross and an even higher high. So this is really, really bullish here for the sentiment of the coin. This is bullish for the long term. This is why I use this range here, because it gives you an idea of the actual volume building behind the coin. So this can certainly play out really well, because we don't have another macro, unless something undeveloped, like undeveloping happening right now behind the scenes. We don't really have a macro event that can kind of put a hole in this right now, outside of like the CPI numbers, but we're not getting those until next month. So the question is, how will this be played over the next few weeks? And this is extremely, extremely bullish here in the short term for Doge. So this is really an opportunity here that you can see Doge possibly with these funds as allocation, with FOMO and stuff like that. It would not be difficult for Dogecoin to leapfrog another position up in the top 10. So certainly keep an eye on that. We're going to have to monitor the macros as well and the shorts, but as of right now, it is certainly looking good. And I think the biggest thing that's contributing to this is, even when you have shorts and shorts say, okay, well, we're going to have to increase our positions dramatically in order to combat this. We have you guys removing your coins from the exchanges, putting them on things like ledgers and non-custodial wallets, and that's limiting their supply. And they're saying, hey, if we increase and if we go this X amount deeper into this coin to try and get it under control, will we even have the coins to leverage ourselves? That's another question that they're going to have to consider with the supply chain and stuff like that dwindling as we remove our coins. That is great on the community's part, and you guys really did a really great job in removing those coins. And if you haven't yet, that's the best thing that you can do for the coin, which is remove it from the exchanges. Literally take the rug pull the shorts and remove your coins, take control of them, and they won't have the ability to short them if you leave them on the exchanges. And if you don't have something like a ledger, I have a link in the description, and you can order it directly from the company, and you won't have to worry about any malware or tricky stuff like that. So that is the best thing that you can do for the price action. Your coins, having access to them. You've seen these exchanges stopping withdrawals, going bankrupt and stuff like that. And this is going to prevent you being at risk. And certainly this is going to help the coin long term as well, because they're not going to be on the exchange to lend out or to use as bartering chips to get themselves out of bankruptcy. So this is really going to be great. We're going to have to monitor this going into the night, because we could, as we get another bump tonight, typically institutions like to put money in between 2 and 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we could get that cross tonight. If not, it's looking like we're going to have it within the next 24 hours, 48 hours, maybe max. But this is moving along very quickly. So the question is, will this momentum come up, or will some people start taking profits at around 10? That's something we're going to have to monitor at once we get into the double-digit range. But as of right now, it is certainly looking good. If you want to hear more from me, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I will see you guys in the next video. I appreciate all of you, and until next time.